Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to the poker vlog. My name is Agrinia, and I folded ace king today. Check this out. I folded ace king today, and I don't regret it. Look at this hand. And let me know in the comment section if I'm too tight. So we open ace king from under the gun, right? And we get three betted by this guy named Kirk the Bear. Okay? And here is Kirk the Bear's HUD stats right here. And I want you to take a look at this. 30% VPIP, 3% PFR, and 1% 3-bet. Okay? Hear what I said to you guys. 1% 3-bet and 3% PFR. Now, let me show you guys how to translate that to a range here, okay? So, he plays 30% of hands. Okay? He puts money in the pot with 30% of hands. Out of those 30%, he raises 3%. And out of the 3% he raises 1%. Okay? Now, what is 3%? 3% is aces, kings, and ace king suited. Okay? That is 3%. That's the 3% that he's raising. Now, what is the 1% of that 3%? If it could just be an aces suited, that's what it would be. But there's no such thing. So the 1% is literally only aces. So even though I have ace king, even though he's short stack, 40 big blinds, right? And every poker textbook says get it in here against a short stack player with ace king. When he does this, when he 3-bets us to 10.5 big blinds from our under the gun position, you let it go every single time. All right, boys? That's my daily advice for you. You'll save yourself so much money. And even if somehow, some rare occasion, it's just pocket queens, guess what? You're just flipping anyway and you're behind. So let it go. You're always behind. Anything that 1% contains, you're always behind with ace king. So let's just let it go. All right? Anyway, back to the poker vlog and let's dive in here. I opened from the small blind with 10-5 suited to try to steal this guy's blinds. He 3-bets us, very wide 3-better. We're just going to call to a min bet and hope to flop something nice. And something nice we flop. Turn comes a 5. No reason to bet here. We have the club draws covering us. And we're going to check. River's an 8. We're going to check. We gave him plenty of room to bluff. We'll bluff catch here. Does our player bluff a lot on the river? 32%? Yeah, he bluffs. 70% river aggression. He turns on the river pretty often. So, all those things together, we're going to bluff catch. No, not this time, but it's okay. I think that was a very profitable bluff catch in the long run. We're going to call here with an ace-jack offsuit. Flop comes queen 3, queen 3. Queen 3, queen 3. It turns with a 3. We're going to check. And are we going to try to get this guy to fold if he bets? Honestly? Yeah. I want to get us off a chop, but he pots it. Any notes on this guy? Snap the nuts. Snapping the nuts. He snap called the nuts. We are going to let this one go. To a pot bet. So the goal for this stream is that we're going to play for 15 minutes and just, break down all the hands that we win or lose. And, let's see what happens. Hopefully we can win big. Hopefully we don't lose big. Oh man, after this stream, after this video upload, I am going to go make myself a nice beef is it beef steak? Is that what you would say? A nice beef steak? I'm gonna get a slab of beef and put it on a grill. Is that still a steak or a steak? Yeah, it's a steak, right? I don't know. I'm gonna eat some beef. That's all I'm gonna do. Yesterday I watched a scene from the show The Hunters. It's about like when Hitler's army infiltrated America after the war, and how they were sleeper agents for a while. They were this really gruesome barbecue scene. Oh my god, the guy ruined the beef with all the blood. Let me know if you guys seen that one. I've been doing such long live poker sessions. I'm on like what, 4th day in a row winning, and I think it's actually taking a toll on me. Like my voice is gone. And you know what's funny? I'm not there screaming all in, all in. I'm just there like quiet, watching memes on my phone, responding to your comments, and I don't know why I'm losing my voice right now. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a Jamaican remedy, hot coffee, very hot coffee, black pepper, and some gin. Put it all together in a cup, drink it, and just sweat out whatever ailment you are about to come into. And listen, guys, I am not a doctor. I'm not a doctor, so take my words very lightly. 4-3 suited diamonds. We're gonna raise it up here from the cut off, and we take it down. All right. King 8, that is a hand that I would raise here. And we take it down. Jonathan folds a lot. Jonathan folds 66% of his blinds. So we're going to try to steal those blinds. Automatic profit. Excuse me. Yeah. 6-7. These two players fold their blinds very, very often. So any two cards from the button can become automatic profit here. Whenever a player's full blind is over 66%, that's when you want to just automatic profit and raise almost any two cards from the button. Now, that's versus one player. Whenever there's two players and you want to make automatic profit, you add the full blinds together, and if it's over 165 or 175, it's automatic profit to raise any two cards. So 66 plus 72, that's pretty close. I can't do the math in my head, but it's pretty close. And even if we don't steal the blinds pre-flop, we get to realize a lot of our equity from the button, so that makes it even more automatic profit. Ace 5 suited here. I love this hand. I don't know why. I don't know why we even do these zero equity bluffs here. All right. So Kirk is a limp folder. We're gonna make it 5 big blinds. Even if he calls, we're just better than him. So we're gonna check this. No, should we check this flop? He bets half. He bets half. We're gonna call once. Turn is a jack. I don't like that turn. With having the ace, we block him from having ace, so he's more likely to have a jack here. We are gonna check, maybe call, maybe fold. All right, he has ace 10. Thank goodness he's passive. In my earlier assessment here, boys, I asked you guys, should we have folded ace king? When this player doesn't even go for value with ace, with the ace there on the river, you could tell that he's super passive. In the upper left-hand corner, we have pocket sevens. We flop the set. This player is heavily capped here to only a pair, but we want to get the money in the flop because he is a recreational player, so we're going to make it a big raise, and he folds. Okay, if you made it this far, let's do some identification to make sure we're playing at pretty good tables. All right, in the upper left-hand corner, we have some short stacker. This guy, we gave him the fitter fold tag already. Good. We have Wellveer 2000, 68% VPIP, fish tag, and we have Danny. He has a reg stat so far. Let's see if he makes any mistakes. He folds a lot, folds his blinds a lot, check folds a lot. Want a showdown is too high. A lot of flaws in this reg. So he has the light blue tag. All right, upper right hand corner, we have Admiral Overbet. You're going to give him the reg tag, easy. Playing 26-19. Those numbers are pretty close, and they're aggressive, tight and aggressive. Down below, we got Iron 22. We're going to make that a loose and passive fish, playing 41-28. But let's get a better idea of who he is. Let's look at his, well, he's played 41% hands and 29 hands, right? So that alone makes me know he's loose. And we're going to keep him as a recreational player for now until his stats become more evident. Down below, whole table is identified. These are players I play with all the time. Fit or full fish. We can definitely sit here and grind out some profit. And down below, we have 2 recreational players who are sitting out right now. And I'm heads up with a reg, but I think I fare pretty good against this reg because he has a tendency to respect me. On 973, I am going to raise this up here. We have several backdoors. And we want to set this up for a river jam. And he folds. Nice. Up top here, pocket 9s on this. It sucks, but we're gonna let it go. King 10, gonna raise it up. Fold. And we have a lot of players sitting out. Now, earlier the ace king guy raised us with a larger size. This time he min clicks us. We're getting the proper pot odds here to straight draw or nut draw. So we are gonna call his min click and see what happens. On this flop, we're just gonna throw it away. Rodgers so far has 33-19 in 21 hands. He's making himself to look like a tight and aggressive player, but we don't know yet. Let's wait for his stats to come to fruition. It's like a superpower. All right, we got a nice hand here. We have 2 nice hands, 2 ace queen hands here. We are going to 3-bet this reg who did not ISO to a big size against this recreational player. We're going to go for a big size here because he doesn't fold very often. And down below, we can choose to make our hand into a 4-bet bluff or just call. We're going to look further at well-versed stats to see if he folds to 4-bets or not. He does not fold to 4-bets. And so we're just going to call here, or we could have 4-bet really big. He bets 5 big blinds. It's a 3-bet pot. If we had clubs, we'll call. A single club, we'll call. But he c-bets everything, doesn't he? I don't know here. It's a very close one. He c-bets almost 70% of the time here. We're gonna let this one go. No reason to float out of position. We set mine with the pocket 5s, going multi-way, and we didn't really hit the flop, so we fold. Opening ace-9 offsuit from the cutoff. We check the flop. He snap bets the turn. And we are gonna let this one go. The snap bet scared me. Okay. All right, we have Queen 8 here in the lower right-hand corner and King 9. I just want to raise these hands. From my position, I could tell I'm going to raise them. We don't want to ice. Like, this guy's already a recreational player. And he raised. We're just going to call with our Queen 8 here. And yeah, we get squeezed by a very aggressive player. We're going to take note of that we have an aggressive player in the big blind here, and we're going to fold this for now. But in the future, we won't make that mistake. He bets 1/3 pot here against a recreational player. Let's see if that means anything. 1/3 bet on the flop. Half on the turn, on a wet turn. A good way to increase your red line is to actually find these auto profit spots facing a 3-bet from the small blind. We're gonna let this go. We try to isolate this recreational player. We did a big size, and then he came over top with a big, not a big, it's with pot size 3-bet. I don't know if the pot size is a tell or not. Pot size 3-bet. So we're gonna write that down. Pot size 3-bet. And in the future, if he goes more than pot and do the proper 4x or a 3x, like something that's like not just random, then we can start to split his range and associate things to certain parts of his range. For example, if he does 3x, we see him do 3x and he had aces, then we know, okay, then we know 3x contains aces. If we see him do 4x and then we never see him have aces, then we can say, okay, he splits his range and then his 4x does not have aces, and then we can play accordingly. Up top here, we 3-bet a reg with ace-7 suited. The flop comes ace high, we c-bet. Ace high wet, we c-bet, and we take it down when a rec called us from the small blind. We got king queen in the upper left hand corner. 2 recreational players. We're gonna open it up. We get called by a reg on the button. Now this rec looks like pocket pairs. He's heavily capped while having a 3-bet of 8%. He's heavily capped. So on a flop that comes king 9-8, he has a lot of suited connectors. I think he doesn't have 9-8 at full frequency, and so if he bets here, I would probably raise him because how capped he is. He has pocket 9s, he has pocket kings, he has 8s. That's about it. I don't like that 6 on the turn. That's some of the pocket pairs he have, and it connects well with a lot of his suited connectors, but it does not bring any 2 pairs. Okay, and I am gonna raise this here because I know that he will call most of the time. Okay, but now that I'm up against a recreational player who just bet half pot on a super wet and connected board, I can raise his hand for value. I don't like that river. Every straight gets there, and I think we'll check this back. Yeah, we're gonna check back this river here. Do we expect him to fire on the river? I think he has a lot of river leading with good hands, but this brings in so many straights, so many two pairs, so many backdoors. I'm gonna check. And yep, the 10 did help him. But we got it in good, and that's what matters. All right, down below, 8-6. We're gonna raise it up. The turn wasn't the best, but against him we could raise, but the river was so bad against him that we had to fold, or check fold. Okay. We're down $14, but I don't think we made any mistakes this stream. So I'm really proud of our play, and I'm sure if we look at a red line, it would look like a pretty healthy red line because of the blinds we've been stealing. So it just looks like our showdown has just not been there, and that's fine. Okay. Once again, Admiral did not do a proper size against this recreational player. It was not an ISO size, so we are going to squeeze with a King Jack offsuit, and he jams. Okay. Up here, we're gonna set mine with the pocket jacks, not for value. We can't 4-bet for value against a 3% 3-bet range. So we're just gonna call with the pocket jacks here to set mine, and then play post flop. I'm gonna fold the King Jack that we tried to squeeze, which is fine. And we drill the set on the flop. Now, how wet and connected is this? How often does the turn changes things? Now, okay. Okay, we have pocket jacks. The flop comes queen, jack 3, two-tone. We have a set of jacks. We're blocking some flushes. Do we call here? Is there a realm where we called? But he overbets here. He has queen jack. He has queen jack that we beat. Ace queen that we beat. I think he's thinking enough. He's a thinking enough player that he knows we can't let another card comes. He's committed himself, so we're gonna get it all in here. King 10, 81, 100. Let's go. We take it down. Nice. I don't like the King 10 overbet here and committing himself because you're not blocking the back doors. On this turn, we're going to shut it down. Did it pick up equity? I'm going to check. Pick up a 5. And we're going to check again. Okay, King Queen. Nice. We are going to 3-bet. He said, why the Hollywood Agrinia? I responded before tabling. We're going to lead out on this flop here. Small. He took his time to call. And do we want to jam here? Do we want to jam here? I'm going to check. I do see a word that we jam here on that turn. Because even though he's a fitter full of fish, feel like it's a lot of draws I would fold. A lot of queens, not queens, a lot of jacks I would fold. What do I do? All right. Down below we have 10-8. Just gonna check. No reason to bet. You were thinking about folding, weren't you? To be honest. Yes, laugh out loud. I was thinking about folding because he does, you know, just call with queens there against just a tight 3-bet. All right, here. So far, it's been a pretty break-even session, and we're going to conclude this one, boys. Thank you so much for watching the stream. Unfortunately, we did not book a win this stream. Sometimes even a god can bleed, a god can lose, a god can lose $6. It sucks. I really like this having I like having a win streak. You know, I think when you have a win streak, your confidence is just it just shoots up. And so when you have a losing session, it just sucks. In the chat, guys, I have a question for you. My closing remarks before I end the stream. What do you do after a losing session? Let me know. All right, let's close these tables slowly after seeing one more hand. One more hand. One more hand. All right. Yeah, I think we're done. Let's sit out here. Sit out. Oh, we gotta play the pocket eights. Opening the pocket eights 2.5. That's the flop. That's the flop. Check and check fold. All right, boys. Thanks so much for watching the stream. Unfortunately, we didn't win. We did not win. We were down $8.30. Not bad. If you like the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's hang out. Peace out.